श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे शम्भुमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयंश्च वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं कृपासमुद्रं सुमुखं त्रिनेत्रं जटाधरं पार्वतीवामभागं सदाशिवं रुद्रमनन्तरूपम् चिदम्बरेशं हृदि भावयामि. With the abundant blessings of our Periyava, we have been continuing with Suvarna Mala Stuthi, Adi Shankara's Stotra on Shiva. And we are now on Shloka number 19. Dhanasara Gaura Gatra Prachura Jatajutta Baddha Ganga Vibho Samba Sada Shiva Shambho Shankara Sharanam me tava charana yugam. Dhanasara Gaura Gatra. Gatra is body. Gaura Gatra is white colored body. Gauri is white color. That is why she is known as Gauri. Initially, when Adi Parashakti granted the Tridevas her own amshas, then she gave Gauri to Shiva. That is how Gauri name came. So Gaura is white. Ghanasara is camphor. White like camphor. His body is white like camphor. His body is white like snow. His body is white like vibhuti. These are all descriptions given in Puranas. He wears vibhuti all over his body. He is very white. And he is white like snow. He is white like camphor. Whiteness refers to sattva guna and jnana. In our Shastra, whiteness, white color refers to sattva guna. Red color refers to rajaguna, rajoguna, and black color refers to tamoguna. Now, jnana has to be taken only from Shiva. Jnana mitchet maheshwarad. So, jnana is always associated with sattva-guna, and sattva-guna is associated with white, and Prameshwara is always associated with white color. Prachura Jatajuta Baddha Ganga Vibho. Prachura Jatajuta, his matted tresses on his head is heavy, enormous. Prachura means enormous, very heavy. Heavy matted tresses. In those matted tresses, Baddha Ganga, he has sort of tied, he has controlled, he has accommodated Ganga, Vibho. Now, as all of us know, when Bhagirath prayed for Ganga to come down on earth, finally, after long tapas, Ganga agreed to come down. But at that time, Brahma told Bhagiratha, if Ganga comes down to earth, she will wash away the entire earth and go to Patala. So much force she will have. So you pray to Shiva, only Shiva can handle this high pressure of Ganga. So he did tapas towards Shiva, and Shiva appeared before him and he agreed. That is how he took Ganga in his head. Now, this has been beautifully described in Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. Now, there he says, Ganga thought, when Bhagiratha prayed to Ganga, Ganga thought, and Ganga knew that Shiva is going to take her on his head. So she didn't like that. She was rather self-conscious. She thought that she will take Shiva himself by that force to Patala. This has been brought out in Valmiki Ramayana. Achintayatya sa Devi Ganga Paramadurdhara. Paramadurdhara. She was very arrogant at that time. Vishamyaham hi patalam srotasa grihya Shankaram. Shankaram grihya. Catching hold of Shiva, I will go to Patala. My waters will reach Patala. Tasyavalepanam jnatva kruddhastu bhagavan haraha. How can anything be unknown to Shiva? So he knew this arrogance. He became angry. Tirobhavayatam buddhim takre trinayanastada. The three-eyed Shiva then decided that he will make Ganga disappear. That's what he did. He made Ganga disappear in his head. Sa tasmin patita punya punye rudrasya murdhane. On Shiva's head, Ganga came down. Himavat pratime Rama jatamandala gahvare sa kathanchit mahim gantum ashaknot yatramasthita. Himavat pratime. Just now we saw na Ganasaura Gara Gatra. Ganasara Gaura Gatra. Similarly, Himavat Pratime, his body is shining like snow. Jatamandala Gahvare, in the sort of cave, in the hollow of the matted tresses of Shiva. Sakathanchit Mahim Gantum Nashaknot Yatra Masthita. She made a lot of effort to come out and reach the earth. Shiva was standing in Antariksha and in the space, outer space. And she was stopped in outer space. She could not reach the earth in spite of her lot of efforts. Then Bhagirath did tapas to Shiva. Then Shiva let down a small stream of water from Ganga. That also is described in Ramayana after a few shlokas. Visasarga tato Gangam haro Bindusara prati. Then he let out Ganga towards what is known as Bindusara. Tasyam Usrijyamanayam Sapta Srotam Jagnire. When he let out those streams, Ganga waters assumed 7 forms, 7 streams. And one of those streams is what we are now calling as Bhagirathi. The other 6 streams are also described, where they are, etc. in Ramayana. This is how Vishwamitra described Ganga's descent to Rama. When Vishwamitra was taking Rama towards his ashrama for protecting his yajna, at that time he was telling a lot of stories. One of the stories was Gangavataranam. Say, hey Vibho, omnipresent, Parameshwara, Samba Sadashiva, Sadashiva accompanied by Amba, Shambho Shankara, auspiciousness incarnate and auspiciousness destroyer. Sharanam me tava charana yugam, may your twin feet be my refuge. So this is the prayer. Now there is a stotra and a prayer in every shloka. Sometimes the entire shloka is a prayer. Here it is a stotra and a prayer. Dhanasara gaura gatra prachura jatajuta baddha ganga vibho Samba sada shiva shambho shankara sharanam me tava charana yugam Jnapti sarva sharireshvakhandita ya vibhati sa tvambho Samba sada shiva shambho shankara sharanam me tava charana yugam या ज्ञप्तिः सर्वशरीरेषु अखंडिता विभाति सा त्वाम्. That jnapti, ya jnapti, what is jnapti? Jnapti is intelligence, understanding. Jnana is knowledge, jnapti is understanding. Only when we have knowledge, we can understand. So jnana is the first requirement, then jnapti follows. That is understanding an object or understanding a matter. That is jnapti. Now, sarva sharireshu akhandita vibhati. Ya jnaptihi. That jnapti, that understanding, that intelligence, vibhati shines in all bodies, sarva sharireshu, no exception, all living beings, not just humans, all living beings, all bodies, akhandita, without any break, without any parts, without any discontinuity, akhandita, no khanda. Why he says akhandita? Because this jnapti, this feeling that I know, because that is the basic. Ho ham. There is a question in Vedanta, who am I? So the answer is, I am Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi. So that knowledge of Aham Brahma is used to understand the objects outside. Because I am Brahma, because Brahman has given me the power, Brahman is omniscient, so he has given me that power. So with that power, I am able to exercise my knowledge, power, I understand. This is how from jnana jnapti follows. So he says, sarva sharireshu, because there is no exception. Every living being has got this faculty of jnapti, understanding. So every living being says, I know so and so, I know this object, I know this matter. And that is continuous. There is no time when the living being says, I do not know. I always know. If I know something, there is no break in that knowledge. It is continuous. When once the knowledge is acquired, it is continuous. And what is behind this acquisition of knowledge and continuity of that manifestation of that knowledge? What is behind that? Behind is the jnana of Parameshwara, because Parameshwara is present in all of our bodies. He gives that power. So we understand. I know, we say. Now this Akhandita is a great thing, greatly, vividly described in Vedanta philosophy. Normally, the description, the explanation given is there is no discontinuity of Aham, of Parabrahma Swarupam, in the three states that we pass through every day: the waking state, the deep sleep state, and the dream state. In all the three states, Parabrahman is ever present, continuously present, and that is why we have that continuity. We saw this particular dream yesterday night. We are able to remember. We went to so and so place yesterday. We are able to remember. I am going to do so and so thing today. We are able to say that. So I slept very nicely for 6 hours last night. Absolutely beautiful sleep. This also we say. So there is a common factor during all these three states, and that common factor is Parameshwara. And Parameshwara gives us this power of jnapti, intelligence, understanding. So that is akhandita, continuous. There is no time when it is not present. Once a living being takes birth, it's there continuously. I know that I know feeling, I, ahankara, know that action is always present. Now, if you look at Dakshinamurti Stotram, this has been beautifully brought out in several shlokas. Let us look at one of them. नानाच्छद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यश्च तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. Now the body is compared to a pot with a lot of holes, and inside the pot a lamp is burning. A lamp is burning inside a pot. That pot has got a lot of holes. Now the human body is compared to that pot because there is a lamp which is burning inside. That is the presence of Parameshwara, Parabrahma Swarupa. And the body is the pot. And we have Navadvaras through which we communicate with outside body, outside world. The eyes, the ears, the nose, etc., etc. Now, and through these Navadvaras, it is very clear that there is a lamp inside, that there is a power inside. Just as in the case of a pot, there is a lamp. So similarly, in the case of the body, there is a power of knowledge. There is a bright power of knowledge. That's why it's compared to a lamp. Nana-chhidra-ghatodara-sthita Mahadeepa-prabha Bhaswaram. Bhaswaram, shining. Mahadeepa, great lamp. In a pot which has a lot of holes. Nana-chhidra jnanam yastatu chakshura-dhikarana-dvara bahispandate. Whose jnana, that is Parameshwara's jnana, is coming out. Bahihi spandate. How it is coming out? Chakshura-dhikarana-dvara, by the sense organs, including the eye, like the eye. Eye is one example of the sense organ. Jnanamiti tameva bhantam anubhati etas samastam jagat. When we say I know, that I is actually, we are referring to the body. It is actually wrong. Aham brahmasmi. It is actually referring to Parabrahman. That's what he said. Jnanamiti tameva. That Parameshwara, whom we are saying I know, that I is himself, he is shining, bhantam, anubhati, etat samastam jagat. This entire universe shines because of him. Because of him, anubhati, etat samastam jagati. Tameva bhantam. Because of him, because he shines inside the body, we are able to understand the shine of the world around us. The world around us is actually inside our mind, and that transfer of the world outside to inside our mind happens due to this great light. That is what he says. Anubhati, etat samastam jagat. This entire universe gets reflected, as it were, inside the body, inside the heart, because of the great lamp of knowledge which is there. Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. So, that same jnapti is what is referred to there, which is referred to here also. Jnapti sarva sharireshva khandita ya vibhati sattvam. That jnapti is yourself. That is a confirmation. That jnapti, that understanding, that intelligence, which is present in all living beings, in all bodies, sarva sharireshu, in all bodies, in a continuous manner, akhandita. That is yourself. That is the confirmation. Sattvam. Jyapti sarva sharireshu ya vibhati sattvam bhavo samba sada shiva jambho shankara sharanam me tava charana yugam. Next. Chapalam mama hridaya kapim vishayadrucharam dridham badhana vibho samba sada shiva jambho shankara sharanam me tava charana yugam. Now there is a very direct prarthana, prayer, very direct, very clear cut. Now he says, well, I have spoken about Thai philosophy, but where am I? What is my status? He is now describing that. I have spoken about high philosophy, jnapti, etc., etc. Where am I? Chapalam mama hridaya kapim, my hridaya kapi, the monkey that is my heart, kapi is monkey. The monkey that is my heart is chapalam, very fickle, unsteady, wavering. That is my mind. It never focuses on one thing. It focuses on 100 things, very unsteady. Vishayadrucharam dridam badhana vibho. Vishayadrucharam. In one small word, he has brought out a very powerful message. Vishaya Dhru Charam. Dhru is a tree. Dhruma is a tree. Dhru is also same tree. Vishaya Dhru. Trees which are mundane matters, worldly matters, which are compared with trees. Charam. So from one tree to another, like a monkey. Like a monkey, just as the monkey jumps from one tree to another, my heart is like a monkey, very fickle. It goes on jumping from one Vishaya to another, one tree to another. Vishaya Dhru Charam. Now that is the status of my heart. Now, what is the prayer? Dridam badhana. Please try it firmly so that it doesn't jump from one tree to another. Please tie it firmly with a pole, a pole, so that it is stationary, at least in one place. What is that pole? That is your lotus feet. Dridham badhana. Tie it very firmly. Vibho. Now, the same prayer has been given in Shivananda Lahari. Very beautiful. Similar expressions are there. Same idea is there. Sada mohatabhyam charati yuvatinam kuchagirau नटत्याशा शाखा स्वटति झटिति स्वैरमभितः कपालिन्ने भिक्षो मे हृदयकपिम् अत्यन्तचपलम् दृढं भक्त्या बद्ध्वा शिव भवदधीनं कुरु विभो हृदयकपिम् अत्यन्तचपलम् सेम थिंग हियर चपलम मम हृदयकपिम् हृदयकपिम् अत्यन्तचपलम् दृढं भक्त्या बद्ध्वा now here he is not saying here he is saying दृढं बधाना we have to understand it is bhakti. Now there it is clear. Dridam bhaktya badhva. How to tie it? What is the rope? The rope is bhakti. Shiva bhavadadhinam kuru vibho. Please make the heart under you. Please make the heart subservient to you. Bhavati adhinam. Kapalin bhikshu. What is the status of my heart? Sapalam mama hridaya kapim kapim ushayadrucharam. So ushayadrucharam has been explained in the first line. Sada mohattavyam charati yuvatinam kuchagiro. Always, no time when it is not doing this. Always jumping from here to there because of the delusion, the forest of delusion. That is where everything is delusion, everything is Maya. So in this world of Maya, it is going on, jumping here and there. Yuvatinam kuchagiro. It concentrates on women. Natati asha shakhasu atati jhatiti swairam abhitaha asha shakhasu natati. It goes on dancing in the branches of the trees. What branches? Asha, desires. Desires are the branches. It goes on dancing. That means from one desire to another. Atati jhatiti swairam abhitaha. Uncontrolled swairam on its own, with no need for any motivation. Goes on jumping here and there in all directions. Abhitaha, there is no direction which is not where it is not jumping. Jhatiti, quickly, very quickly it goes on jumping from one shakha to another shakha, one tree to another tree. That is the condition. So, atyanta chapalam, that is my condition. That is the condition of my heart, that is like a monkey. So, please try it, he says. And he says, Kapalin bhiksho me, Kapalin bhiksho. You are a Kapali, you are wearing Brahma Kapalas. Now, Bhikshu, you are also a Bhikshuka, you are also a wanderer, a Bhikshatana. Now, why is he saying this? This has been explained nicely by scholars. Kapala, the Brahma Kapala, when it was plucked out from Brahma's head, it was wet with blood. Later on, it became dried. And now he is using that Kapala to remind us of the fruit of arrogance, the fruit of telling lies, fruit of worldly life. So, Kapala. Now that is dry. So he says, Kapalin, take all my mind, all this Hridaya Kapi, into that Kapala. That is the indirect meaning. So that, like Manorupekshu Kodanda Pancha Tanmatra Sayaka, we saw in Lalita Sahasranam. Ikshu Kodanda and that Sayaka are compared to Manas and Tanmatras. Because Manas and Tanmatras are troubling us. So please, you handle it. When it is under your control, no harm will come to me. So similarly here, I am handing over my Hridaya Kapi, take it in your Kapala as a Bhiksha. That is the indirect meaning. Also it can mean, because it's a dry Kapala, now all desires have dried up. Now it is ready for Atmanubhava, ready for Atmajnana. that Kapala. Atmajnana is the Bhiksha, which is to be taken into that Kapala. That is what he is having full of Atma Anubhava. We have to take from that Bhiksha Patra for our, we have to take that inspiration from that Bhiksha Patra and use that Atma Anubhava for our use. That is the second inference. So he says, Dridham Badhana Vibho. O Vibho, please tie, bind with a rope of bhakti my Hridaya Kapi, the monkey of my heart, firmly, Dridham, firmly, because it is jumping from one tree to another, the tree of mundane interests. Kapalam mama hridaya kapim vishayadrucharam dridham badhana vibho Samba sada shiva shambho shankara sharanam me tava charana yugam. Next. Chaya sthanorapi tavatapam namatam haratyaho shivabho Samba sada shiva shambho shankara sharanam me tava charana yugam. Now, I have made a prayer to bind my Hridaya Kapi. Why should I pray to Shiva? We can pray to someone else. What is great about Shiva? That is explained here. Thaya sthanorapi tavatapam namatam haratyaho Shivabho. Aho means the wonder. Hey Shiva, aho, it's a wonder. What is the wonder? Sthanorapi chaya, tavasthanorapi chaya, namatam tapam harati. Sthano means a tree which has completely fossilized, dried up tree, no leaves, no branches, nothing, just the trunk is there. That kind of tree is called Sthanu. And Sthanu is one of the names of Shiva, because Shiva is compared to that kind of tree. Why? Because he is sitting in yoga like the tree without any movement. He looks like, because if you have branches, leaves, etc., they will keep moving in the wind, isn't it? They flutter in the wind. But here there is nothing. It's like a huge trunk, motionless. Similarly, Shiva is motionless in yoga. So he is compared to that tree, and that is why one of the names of Shiva is Sthanu. There is a temple called Sthanumalayan in a place called Suchindram near Kanyakumari, because there all the three are there. Sthanu, which is Shiva, Mal, which is Vishnu, and Ayan, which is Brahma. All the three are there in one form. So here, Sthanorapi chaya, tabasthanorapi chaya, namatam tapam harati. That is, if you take the first meaning, if you take it as a tree, when a wayfarer is traveling in hot sun, he is looking for a shade. Now, this tree, which has no branches, no leaves, just a trunk, even that gives some shade, which is good enough for that wayfarer. He is happy to receive that. How did he happen to come across this tree? Because he remembered Parameshwara, Namatam. Only when you are faced with a difficulty, here difficulty is tapam, heat. Here the difficulty was heat for the wayfarer. He could not bear the heat. He prayed to Shiva. Immediately he saw a tree, though it was denuded of branches, etc. It was still giving some shade. Chaya sthanorapi, even if it is a sthanu, even if it is a fossilized tree, the shade of that tree, namatam tapam harati. It removes the heat of those who worship, those who approach the tree for help. You go to the tree for help and the tree helps you. Namata, worship. Now when you come to Shiva, even the tree you got because you prayed to Shiva, otherwise you may not get. So here also, if you pray to Shiva, your tapa is the, the fire of the world, mundane life. In fact, the three miseries, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi uh, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and one more. Now, these three are referred to as tapas of the human life. Now, this tapas are continuously burning us. Now, to get relief from these tapas, you should pray to Shiva, Namatam. Once you pray to Shiva, he comes like that tree. He gives you shade, thano rapi. Even though you are a thano, even though you are a tree, fossilized tree, only a trunk, even then, thano rapi. Your shade, tava chaya, tapam harati. That is the beauty. It removes the heat completely. That is the beauty. That is the aho. That is the wonder. Because a big tree with a lot of branches and leaves, if that is removing the heat, it's not a wonder. But here there is a tree which is only a trunk, but still it removes the heat completely. Tavat apam namatam harati aho shiva bho. Now, even a little effort, that's what our Shastras teach us. We should make at least some effort when we are in trouble, particularly. Even otherwise, even in normal times, we should make some effort to pray. Once you, that's what he said, namatam. That's the importance of the word namatam. Once you pray, that sthanu comes to your aid. Bhajagovindam says, Bhagavad Gita kinchidadhita ganga jalalava kanika pita sakridapi yena murari samaksha kriyate tena yamena na charcha. That is why Bhagavad Gita, you at least study something, kinchidadhita. At least one drop of Ganga water you take. At least the name of Bhagavan. You take at least once. Sakridapi. At least once you take the name of Bhagavan. Should do all this. Kriyate tena yamena na charcha. He is not subjected to torture of Yama. There is no problem with Yama. Same idea in a philosophical manner, Bhagavan explains in Bhagavad Gita. He says, स्नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Here, here means in this effort which we are talking about, in this human effort, even if it is swalpamapi, even it is very small, very little effort, it protects you from mahato bhayat, from great fear. That is what here we are talking about tapam, isn't it? From the great fear, you are protected if you make even a little effort. And okay, there could be side effects, no? Like we are talking about medicines. Medicine is curing for a particular cure for a particular disease, but it may create side effects. But here there is no side effect because if you make little effort, you have not done a proper effort. Well, whether it will produce any ill effects, that is the question. He is answering them. Your effort is not wasted. Abhikramanashaha. What you have done is not a waste. It will give its fruit. Okay, it may give you a bad result. Sometimes we are told, isn't it? Unless you complete this, you will not get a fruit. It may even turn against you and all that. Certain uh, rituals are like that. Now, they are only very special. But normally, when you do a puja, when you do a worship, when you do a parayan, when you do Bhagavad Smarana, what happens? Pratyavayo navidyate, no bad result will come. No bad result will come. No effort will go waste. So whatever you have done will solpamapi dharmasya. Asya dharmasya. This kind of dharma when you do, even if it's a little, trayate mahato bhayat. It will protect you from great fear. That is why this Ramatam comes. Once you pray, once you worship, that shade of that tree, the trunk, protects you from the heat of samsara. छायास्थाणोरपि तव तापं नमतां हरत्यहो शिवभो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरणं मे तव चरणयुगम्. Next. जय कैलास निवास प्रमथ गणाधीश भूसुरार्चित भो सांब सदा शिव शंभो शंकर शरणं मे तव चरण युगम. Now there is a stotra here, terms in praise of Shiva. Jaya starts with victory to you. See, if you remember, we are going in alphabetical order. Ga, 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 cha, cha. Now we are in Jaya. So it starts with Jaya, victory. Kailasa Nivasa, victory to the resident of Kailasa. Now, the word Kailasa has been explained by scholars in a few ways. One of the main explanations is Kaila Asa. Kaila means bliss, happiness, supreme happiness, that is bliss. The place where all living beings reside in bliss, that is Kaila Asa. Whoever is in Kailas, not just Shiva. Shiva Ganas are there. So they are all in bliss. Another meaning, of course, is Kailasa means a crystal or a high yogic state. Now, Kailasa Nivasa Pramatha Ganadhisha, he is the Lord of all Pramatha Ganas. Shiva Ganas, who are known as Rudra Ganas, there are several groups. Bhuta Ganas. One of the groups is Pramatha Ganas. Pramatha Ganas or the main Rudra Ganas who are known to help or torture living beings. This is very clear. In fact, the very name Pramatha Gana, Pramatha means torture. The group of tormentors, that is Pramatha Gana. He is the Lord of them. They are attendants of Shiva. Now, these Rudraganas are being described in great length in the 11th Anuvaka in Sri Rudra. There, if you see what kind of help they can give to a good soul, what kind of torture they can give to an evil soul is described there. Sahasrani sahasrashoye rudradi bhumyam teshagam sahasrayojane vadhanvani tanmasi. There are thousands of Rudraganas all over the earth, and they are all. The prayer is, you please do not use your bow and arrow on me. Please keep it 1,000 yojanas away, not just keep it near you, because suddenly you may start using it. So keep it 1,000 yojanas away. That is the prayer. Ismin mahatyarnave antarikshe bhava adhi nilagriva shitikantha sharva adhagat samachara. No, there are descriptions. Ye anneshu vividhyanti patreshu pibato janane. Now these Rudraganas are everywhere. There is no place which is without them. Now, even in food, even in water you drink, they are present. Anneshu vividhyanti patreshu pibato janana. They can torture you through food. They can torture you through water. That is why we find sometimes the food, a common food item, which is taken by many people, some people fall sick. Same food has been taken by 100 people, and 2 people fall sick. Why? Because of this. Ye padham patirakshaya ailavridha evyudhaha. Now they are also doing good to good people. They help you when you are traveling. When you are traveling, they help you. They give you food, ailabrada, yavyadaha. They destroy your sin if you pray to them. Ye tirthani pracharantu sukavanto nishanganaha. They are moving about in tirthas where people assemble with a sword in their hands or with some other weapons so that they can punish those who are. Because if you commit a sin in a tirtha, it is very serious. So that is why they are readily present there to inflict punishment. Etavantasya bhuyagumsasya disho rudra vitassire. Like this, some description has been given. Now it goes to say further. Like this, I have given only a small description. There are many rudras, many activities they are doing. Then when I finally conclude saying, that is the most interesting. Namo Rudrebhyo ye prithivyam ye antarikshe ye divyesha mannam vato varshamashabhasebhyo. There, ye prithivyam ye divi ye antariksha. This Rudraganas were present on earth, they are present on the intermediate space, and they are present in the Sargalo, three levels, three worlds. Now, in all the three worlds, they can remain there and torture us even on earth, when we are on earth. We are small beings on earth. Even then, even when the Rudragana is on the third Sargaloka level, they can torture. How? पृथिव्याम ए अंतरिक्षे ये दिव्य येषाम अन्नम वातो वर्ष annam vato varsha. In the case of Rudraganas on earth, they will come in the form of food, bad food, and torture you. In the case of those who are in the intermediate region, they will come in the form of vata, in the form of wind. Sometimes you find some cyclone comes and several people die, all that. Then varsha, the upper level, it can come in the form of a shower. Some people die in heavy showers, etc. etc. So this is how the torture happens if you do not follow the path of dharma. This is what Sri Rudram says. That is what Rudraganas do. This is described there. Even when describing Shiva's marriage with Parvati, Skanda Purana, there is one complete chapter devoted to those Rudraganas who came for attending this marriage from different parts of the universe. For example, Kala Bhairava. No, not Kala Bhairava. Kalagni Rudra. Kalagni Rudra comes from Patala. This is mentioned there. So like this, several areas, several Rudraganas, they come for attending the marriage. So that is Pramasa Ganadhisha. So that is how now he has got all these Pramasaganas under him, and they are all at his beck and call for inflicting punishment or for helping us. Bhusura Archita Bho. Bhusura means Brahmanas. Bhusura means Brahmanas. Sura means Deva. Devas on earth, Bhusuras. Good people on earth, virtuous people on earth. Now, the word Brahmana means one who is after, one who is putting full efforts for attaining Brahman. That's why it's called Brahman. One who is making full efforts to attain Brahman. So those people naturally will worship you, Bhusura Archita. Brahmanas are worshipping you because they want to attain you. They want to attain Brahman. So Bhusura Archita Bho. जय कैलास निवास प्रमथ गणाधीश भूसुराक्षित भो सांब सदा शिव शंभो शंकर शरणं मे तव चरणयुगम्. नेक्स्ट. झणुतक झंकिणु झणुतक किटतक शब्दैर्नटसि महानट भो सांब सदा शिव शंभो शंकर शरणं मे तव चरणयुगम्. Now this is a very interesting shloka on Nataraja. On Nataraja. Now, when he dances, he is dancing continuously. When he dances, the anklets which he is wearing in his feet are making this kind of sound. This is only sounds. Shabdaihi. Those shabdas are described. Dhanutaka, Jinkinu, Jankinu, Dhanutat Kitataka. We also say nowadays in dance masters, they make all these sounds, isn't it? Takiratom, Takiratom, etc., etc. This is all similar to that. Here he is using these sounds. Maybe these are from Natya Shastra. So these sounds, Shabdaihi, Natasi, you are dancing with while making all these sounds. Mahanata, you are a great dancer. Because which dancer can compete with Shiva? Parvati tried to compete once and then she could not succeed. There's a story like that. So, Mahanata, you are the great dancer and you are dancing while when you are dancing, you are making all these sounds. Jhanutaka, Jhankinu, Jhanuta, Kitataka, etc. Now, this is the explanation, the description of Nataraja. Nataraja is an important form of Shiva And all the Panchakrityas which Sadashiva is doing are depicted in the form of Nataraja. That is the most interesting part of Nataraja. There are a lot of philosophical ideas associated with the form of Nataraja, but this is most important. Most important is Panchakrityas. He has got a damaru in his hand, which refers to the act of creation, the first out of Panchakritya, the first Kritya of creation. Because Shabda Brahma is the starting point for creation. Everything starts from Omkara. So the Damaru stands for Shabda Brahma. Then there is an Abhaya Hasta. That Abhaya Hasta refers to protection. The second Kriya, sustenance. The third Kriya is destruction. That he is holding Agni in his left hand. That stands for destruction. Then the fourth Kriya is concealment. Concealment. That means you don't show your form to the jiva till he is ready. You are concealing your form even after destruction. Even after destruction, you are taking the jiva and you are keeping him with you in a subtle form, but he is still not aware of where he is. He is not exposed to knowledge. So that is concealment. Because he is not still ready, he is not acquired the qualification for it. So that process of concealment is represented by the foot, which under which there is a asura. He is called apasmara. Apasmara means actually fits. Apasmara means epilepsy, the disease of fits. But here it stands for ignorance. Because the man who is in fits, who is suffering from the stroke of epilepsy, does not know, isn't it? He is ignorant. He does not know anything. He doesn't know himself. He doesn't know the world around him. He is in a different world. So we are also like that, isn't it? We don't know ourselves. We don't know the truth. We are living in a different world. So we are all ignorant. So that is represented by that asura, that apasmara. And that is how concealment is shown, because he is putting his foot there. He is continuing with that ignorance because of that. Then there is a raised foot, kunchita pada, the left foot which is raised. That foot represents anugraha, the fifth kritya. If you have qualified yourself for moksha, Bhagavan gives you jnana and moksha. So that is the blessing he gives. That is the anugraha. That is why Kunchita Pada is the most important blessing from Nataraja. You might have seen small flower ring which is worn on the Kunchita Pada, which is taken as a blessing. Even our acharyas received that blessing with great respect, put it on their head, you might have seen. So that is this, because that stands for Anugraha. Now, dance has become a shastra by itself, and we saw the other day Dandu and his teaching to Bharata and all that, Natya Shastra and all. Now, there are 108 dance poses called Karanas, 108 Karanas, which are there in the Chidambaram temple on the Gopuram and etc., and which are taken into Natya Shastra. There are 108 dance poses, Karanas, taken into Natya Shastra. Now, when this Nataraja temple was built in Satara in Maharashtra at the instruction of Mahaprabhu, he wanted that these 108 Karanas should be depicted on the, the platform, on the wall of the platform on which the temple stands, on which the Garbhagriha stands. On that platform, on the wall, you depict all these 108 Karanas in stone. That was his instruction. It was done. 108, you can see, even today, if when you go, you can see 108 blocks of stone, each representing a Karana. And there is a Sanskrit shloka written there, giving the meaning, giving the description of that Karana. If you understand the shloka, that shloka refers to that particular posture that is described. So, like that, there are 108. Very beautiful. And Chidambaram Nataraja is known to be performing what is known as Ananda Tandavam. There are several varieties of Tandavam, at least 4 or 5 varieties are there. Kali Tandavam, etc. Sandhya Tandavam, etc. Ananda Tandavam is the most important, which is the one which is associated with Jnana and Moksha. Now that is what Nataraja at Chidambaram is showing. And the same thing is there in Satara. It's a replica of Chidambaram temple. That is why Mahanata, you are the great dancer because you are showing all these Panchakrityas in your dance itself when you are blessing us with jnana and moksha through your Kunchita Pada. So who can equal to you? Who can equal you in Natanam? So Mahanata. So Jhanutaka, Jhankinu, Jhanutak, Kitataka, Shabdair, Natasi, Mahanata Bho, Samba Sada, Shiva Shambho, Shankara, Sarvam Tava Charana Yugam. Next. ज्ञानं विक्षेपावृतिरहितं कुरु मे गुरुस्त्वमेव विभो साम्ब सदाशिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरणं मे तव चरणयुगम्. Now there is a prayer. The prayer is for the highest jnana. First, earlier the prayer was, please tie my Hridaya Kapi. So once the Hridaya Kapi is tied, once my Hridaya is able to focus, once I am able to focus, what will I focus? I will focus on jnana. So please give me jnana. Jnanam vikshepa avriti rahitam kuru me gurus tvameva vibho. Kuru me, please do what you should do. You should give this to me. And what you should give me? Jnanam vikshepa avriti rahitam. You should give me pure jnana. That jnana should not be tainted with maya. Maya has got two aspects. One is called Vikshepa, another is Avriti. That's what he's saying here. Vikshepa, Avriti Rahitam. Without Vikshepa and without Avriti. Now, normally in Vedanta Shastra, you will find the terms used are Vikshepa and Avarana, or Avarana and Vikshepa. Avarana comes first, Vikshepa comes second. Now, here Vikshepa comes first. Instead of Avarana, he is using the term Avriti. Both mean the same. Both are referring to Maya. Two functions of Maya. These two words represent the two functions of Maya. Maya is a Shakti which is there permanently with Shiva. Now, using that Shakti, he is doing all these Panchakrityas, creation, sustenance, destruction, etc., etc. Now, because of that Maya is actually delusion. Because of that Maya, we are ignorant, we are not able to see the truth. And we are roaming about in this world, enjoying different types of experiences, sukha and dukkha. Now he is praying, please remove that veil of Maya so that I can get jnana. Please remove that veil of Maya. What does that veil do? That does avarana. Avarana means veil. Hiding something. Avarana means hiding something. We talk about 9 avaranas in Devi Puja, isn't it? Because there are 9 enclosures. Because Devi is inside in the form of Bindu. And before you reach her, there are 9 enclosures. So they are, that is why they are called avarana, because they are hiding you, hiding Devi from you. So here Maya does the function of hiding the truth, like a screen. Okay, if it only hides, it is only one part of the difficulty for us. But there is a second more difficult part, that is Vikshepa. Not only it hides, it misguides you. Vikshepa means showing different aspects. Multiple aspects are shown other than the truth. That is, you are walking on a road in a new place, you have ended up in a forest and you do not know your path. Now, there are multiple paths going from that point and you do not know which one to take to reach your destination. So you ask somebody who is there, he is showing you a wrong path. So you go there, then you find it is not, then you come back, then you take another wrong path. This is what we are doing. From one wrong path to another wrong path, we are keeping on moving. That is Vikshepa. Because so many attractions have been created in this universe. They are all Vikshepas. They are all distractions. Vikshepa is actually a distraction from the truth, and multiple distractions, Vikshepa. So Maya creates multiple distractions and after hiding. So two functions. One is hiding, concealing. Second is creating these distractions. So without these two, because they are all troublesome for me, vikshepa, avriti, rahitam. Without this distraction, without this concealment, please give me jnana, jnanam kuru me. Please give me jnana. Jnanam Guru. Me Guruhu Tvameva. You only are my Guru. Me Guruhu Tvameva. You only are my Guru. Because it is only Guru who can do this. That is why he is bringing the concept of Guru now. When he talked about Jnana, that too the highest Jnana, Vikshepa Avriti Rahitam Jnana, the highest Jnana, when he is talking about that, he says, you are my Guru. So you have to give me this Jnana. Because it's only a Guru who can do that. Guru stands for Jnana. The definition of Guru, if you see Guru Gita, is what? Gokarastandhakarastu, Rukarastan Andhakara Nirodhatvat, Gururitya Vidhiyate. Gu, the two letters, Gu and Ru. Gu stands for Andhakara, darkness. And Ru stands for removing the darkness. So because you are removing the darkness, you are known as Guru. Andhakara Nirodhatva. Guru Riti Abhidhiyate. So he says, Tvameva Guru. You are my Guru. You are going to remove my Andhakara, the darkness of ignorance, and give me that jnana. Because that is darkness. Vikshepa and Avriti is all darkness, part of darkness. You are moving from one dark spot to another dark spot instead of light. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. We are the Vikshepa is all inside the enclosure tamas only. You are still in tamas. So the prayer is, please give me jnana without this avarana and vikshepa, without the functions of maya. Please remove maya so that I can see the truth and you give me that experience of truth. Now again we go to Dakshinamurti Stotram to understand it better. One of the slokas there. राहुग्रस्त दिवाकरयन्द सदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तत्वमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यप्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. Here he says, Maya samachhadanat, achhadanam is same, avaran. Maya is hiding everything. Like what? Like Rahu comes and hides Surya during an eclipse. Rahu grafta divagarayanda sadrishaha. Though Surya is so bright, so you are so bright, still Rahu manages to eclipse. Similarly, this Maya comes and eclipses you. तन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रतिबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते. Now he is giving an example for us to understand that Bhagavan is always present in us. We said, nah, he is present in all the three. Akhandata, we said. Nyatihi Akhandata. So that Akhandata concept he is bringing here. He says, Sushuptaha, during deep sleep, Karana Upasamharanataha Yaha Abhut, all Indriyas became uh, actionless. All Indriyas became actionless. All Indriyas became withdrawn. Upasamhara is withdrawing. Sanmatraha, only that Sachitananda, only this Sanmatraha, only that Sattu was present. Only you were present. All the Indriyas were absent during sleep. Then what happens? Raga swapsamiti prabodha samaye. When I get up from deep sleep, when I get up, then what happens? I slept. I am able to say. I had a good sleep. Raga aswapsam. I am able to say. Yapratyavijñāyate. Now, when I say I slept, what is that I? Who is that I? Who was sleeping? Who was sleeping and who is now awake? There is a common factor, isn't it? Somebody was awake, sleeping, somebody is awake. That was you only. There is nobody other than you. Yapratyavijñāyate. So I am able to recognize you through this example. Pratyavijñānam is recognition, repeated recognition. Because we are not able to recognize with one experience, we have to go through several experiences. So it's repeated. So that is Guru Mukti. So that same thing is brought out here. Jnanam vikshepa avriti rahitam guru. Me guruhu tameva. You are my guru. So you only are my guru. Tameva. Hey Vibho. You are only my guru. And you please grant me that jnana, which is free from Maya, which is free from vikshepa and avriti. That's the prayer. ज्ञानं विक्षेपावृतिरहितं गुरु मे गुरुस्त्वमेव विभो साम्ब सदा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शरणं मे तव चरणयुगम्. We stop for the day. Any questions?
Yes, Guruji, I have a question. My question is the first 23rd sloka, you said Bhushara Chita Bhu. Bhushara Chita means Archita means worshipped, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it means worshipped by virtuous people on earth. So that's what you meant, right?
Worshipped by Brahmanas, worshipped by those who are interested in attaining Brahman.
Okay. Okay. And the 24th sloka, when you said Jnanam Vikshepa Briti Rahitam, so Vikshepa you said is basically showing multiple aspects other than truth, which is kind of a
Multiple
distraction.
Multiple distractions. Multiple manifestations of Maya. Maya comes in several forms. That is Vikshepa. It has first hidden the truth, that is Avriti. After hiding the truth, that is, if you imagine a screen, behind the screen there is something which you are after. Now that screen prevents you from seeing that object which is behind the screen. Not only that, on the screen you are shown a cinema, let us say, different views. This is the Vikshepa.
And Avriti is basically covered it. So basically you're covering
Avriti is covering, yes, covering.
Yeah. Okay. So he's basically requesting to give knowledge which is devoid of Maya, and basically that's
devoid of Maya. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Rahitam is devoid. Yeah.
If anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself, turn on your video and ask questions. Any questions, anybody? No questions, Guruji.
Okay, we close for the day. And we meet again next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. EST as usual. Tomorrow, Tamil class is cancelled. And for the Tamil class, we take it next Sunday at the usual time. Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda Shri Rajarajeshwari Jaya Jaya.
Thank you, Guruji.